Welcome in to another episode of Morning Edition. Got joined the door, Savannah Russell, Jason Harper, and for about 3.5 more days, the executive producer for Queen City News Now, Janet Parker, who has chosen to betray all of our trust. No, it's a sad week. JP, yeah, she's going bye bye. JP, would you like to tell people about what's going on with you?
So I am shifting my storytelling focus, if you will. No, I'm headed to York School District 1 to be their all new PIO Marketing and Media Relations Director. So,
whoa.
Yeah.
I wish we had some canned applause that we could.
Yeah, I know. It's not the same with 3 people clapping. That's really cool.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to
that. Because they just started school this
They
week.
did. They just had
So
their
you're already
first
late.
day. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. But yeah, they just started their, new school year. They have a brand new superintendent as well. He's excited to be there. It's just really great energy. And York is growing, as we know, because we've reported about that. They're adding a new middle school. So it's a growing, bustling area just over the border.
I already told you, come this time next year, I will be in your inbox. So I'll be all of your messages, being like, "Hi, Janet, time to set up some interviews."
Has all the story ideas for you, all the back to schools.
Janet, we were talking this morning. Jason and I were on the desk. You've done kind of everything in the business. So you have anchored newscasts, you've hosted, you have produced, executive produced, you've been in managerial roles. You stepped away from news for a little bit and then came back. I'm guessing this may be the final time. Who knows? But looking back on the news career you've had so far, any thoughts? I know that's so many things, but thoughts as you're leaving news again.
I mean, it's just the evolution of news, right? The fact that we're doing this on news, never even would have thought of 10 years ago in the business. So it's just ever changing, honestly. And these things are taking over. So you got to embrace them. But yeah, it's just changed a lot since I was a young journalist. I'm still a young journalist, first of all.
Don't get it twisted.
But yeah, it's just changed a lot. I mean, from being a one-man band, setting up my own live truck to now it's no, crew. We need to have crews. We need to have 2 people go out just for safety. So yeah, it's just changed a lot.
Do you have a highlight moment? I know it's sometimes hard to pick one.
Yeah.
I hate it. I do. I'll tell you right now, I hate when people go, because I've been doing this 25 years and they're like, "What's your favorite interview in 25 years?" I'm like, oh my gosh.
Ooh.
No, but I mean, when you look back, out of the years, whether you were producing, whether it was a guest that came on that you were integral, in putting together, or whether it was you on camera.
Yeah.
What do you have a highlight moment?
So there's 2. One is more recent, when I straight up ugly cried in the newsroom when we found out that we won a regional Murrow Award.
Yes, y'all, that was huge.
For our Black History Month special, just because I've told Julian, I've told our news director Casey, Murrow was never even in my mind in my career. So for it to happen and you not even think that you could reach that level of notoriety in the business was very humbling. It was just, the ugly cry came out. But prior to that, it would have been in 2013. I had an opportunity to fly to LA to cover American Idol. That was the year that Candace Glover won. She's from St. Helena Island in South Carolina. But I told our team, I was like, y'all, she is going to win. We have to cover this. Figure it out. I don't know what we have to do to go. But our marketing team kind of came up with a plan. They flew me out there and I covered it. And it just so happened that finale was Mother's Day weekend. So my brother and I paid for my mom to go out and fly with me. And she was my photog. Yeah, I've got pictures of her setting up my camera for me. So yeah, that's still one of the best moments, just being able to give her that opportunity to be there with me. Yeah.
That's awesome.
JP, one of the things that I've loved about working with you is, one, you have an infectious personality where you bring just this life, this bubbliness, this happiness, and it makes even the jury days seem a little bit brighter. But also the way that you just inspire people. You have done a lot of work inspiring young Black women to get into news, to chase their dreams. I want to give you the floor to give a message to any people aspiring. It may not even be news, just somebody out there just looking for a career in something. Can you share a little bit of that JP positivity and a message of hey, you got this? Because JP, you've taken your dreams, your goals, and it seems like you crushed most of them, if not all of them.
I'm trying for sure. I'm getting there, but I would just say to anyone, no matter what sector you're in, just never lose your voice. Whatever you do, how you show up, your voice is important. It's why you're here. All of us add to the society that we live in. Never forget your voice. Never give it up. Never silence yourself. You deserve to be heard. I feel like as a child growing up, I didn't always have that. So ironic that I go into an industry of communications and speaking, but I just think that that's powerful for people to remember that their voice and their opinion and what they have to say in this world matters.
Janet, selfishly, I'm so disappointed that we're going to be losing you from our team. But truly, I am really, really glad that a whole different set of people get to work with you, get to learn from you in the same way that I have and the same way that we genuinely all have. This Friday is going to be really tough. I won't lie to you. There's always a lot of goodbyes in this industry. A lot of people find different passions or go on to bigger and better things. And there's always kind of turnover and goodbye. But Janet, this one kind of hurts.
Oh, thank you, Sab. And it's been fun watching you grow, right, in your career as well. I love to just see the budding journalists, and I'm like, I remember I was there. I get it, girl. Yeah, but I know it's definitely bittersweet. But as our news writer likes to say, it's not goodbye because you just never know.
I know.
And I never say never, and I always am like, you know me, do never feel like you can't reach out. I'm always here to help if I can, for sure. And I mean that. Some people say it just to say it because it sounds good. When I say it, I mean it.
Well, and you could be like Cher. You could have like 5 comeback reunions, and you may go back in 2 more years like you did a few years ago. So you never say never. One of the things that is frustrating in this industry is when companies, large and small, have public information or marketing people that don't communicate very well. Yep. It makes it difficult for us, right, in the media industry when it should be a win-win relationship, right? Especially when it comes to hospitals or school districts. Those are some of the biggest that we deal with, right, day in and day out. And so we've always said some of the best marketing PR people are former news people. Yes. They get it. And so we're excited that you're going to be in that position, not just because we obviously can turn to you when we need things in York District 1, but hopefully that spreads. Like you'll give them a little taste of this is what it's like to be on this side of the industry, and let's have that little help us help you kind of relationship. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely. And it's so important when people get that, right? When they understand like, well, you have this skill set, and you can bring in a different perspective and a different eye for what we're doing here in the district. Or, even when I was interviewing, I told them about what makes a community, schools, right? Law enforcement, and first responders, faith-based leaders. Like, that's what makes a community. I've done the news. I've done law enforcement. Now I'm like, let's give education a try. Why not? So
got the community bingo card
exactly.
going.
But you're not going to change up on us now, Janet, right? You're not all of a sudden just going to conveniently have amnesia and forget that we need press releases. And it's like, oh, I know they probably got a deadline at 4 p.m. I'm going to send this at 7. Like, you're not going to do that to us, right, JP?
No, because I'm going to remember those days of being on the receiving end and being like, why is this PIO not getting back to us? Just tell us something, right? It's like, information, that's what we're here for, and communicating and connecting the public. So it's helping our community. That's what we're here for, whether it's news or you're on the other side. We got to work together.
Well, JP, as Savannah already said, Friday is not going to be easy. I would say that I won't cry, but everybody knows I'm a big baby, so I will be shedding tears.
Please do not.
Oh, no.
I'm an ugly crier.
You going to cry, too? We all going to cry. We all going to cry together.
Yeah, we're all going to be ugly together.
So you know what? We're going to squeeze in a quick break again. Janet Parker. Leaving Queen City News this Friday.
I love you all.
Love you too, JP. We'll be back with more Morning Edition right after this.
All right, welcome back into Morning Editions. We have swapped out our executive producer, Janet Parker,
just like
for the one and only Taylor Young. One green dress to another green dress, who, of course, is our business correspondent, if you didn't know. And welcome into the show, Taylor.
Glad to be here.
So you had actually 2 really good topics this morning, so much so that we're going to keep you in here for 2 segments. The first one we want to talk about was AI, right? AI is going all over the place, but I think one of the biggest concerns, if people are concerned, is like, is AI going to take over my job, our job, Taylor?
Yeah. It's a tough.
It's a hard one, right? So I think a lot of times when we think about AI taking jobs, especially in the beginning when AI kind of first came out, we thought about those kind of repetitive jobs, maybe in a factory. But really, a new study by Microsoft says it's really looking more like the white collar jobs are on the chopping block first. So it kind of analyzed internal conversations with coworkers in 80 different jobs. And it was kind of looking for which ones were using AI the most in their daily work. And it found that workers who use AI more every single day or every single week, their job is most likely to be automated kind of moving forward. So yeah, a lot of it is the white collar jobs, guys. And I know journalists are a part of this, as well as writers, data scientists, financial advisors, PR specialists. I mean, the list is pretty long.
I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, Taylor very nicely said on air today that, they're not going to replace you with AI anchors. We know they're out there, and they're getting more and more real each day. I guess, Taylor, can you give us the glass half full? Because one of the things we talked about, too, is the kids who are maybe heading into their senior year of college right now. They already have a degree that may be going into something where AI could be taking their job. How are they combating this, and how can people my age, Jason's age, Savannah's age, what can we do to make sure our jobs don't get taken?
Well, I think first off, just because we're talking about, replacement by AI, I don't necessarily think, and neither do industry experts, that these jobs are going to just be magically poof, gone tomorrow, right? I mean, we're just looking at how these jobs are done might just be kind of evolving and changing. And yes, that could lead to consolidation and layoffs. But I think, depending on the company, because, right, it's going to just really heavily depend on how industries kind of use this AI technology, because they could offer workers better work-life balance. Like, hey, this job used to take you 8 hours a day to do or a week to do a certain project. Let's now give you maybe less time, maybe 4 days of work a week instead of 5 days, 40 hours a week. So that's kind of one, I think, positive note. And I think, too, when we're talking about the Gen Z generation, I mean, this is the biggest generation impacted by AI, right? Because we're already in the workforce. They're just kind of entering it. And with AI being so new, I mean, ChatGPT kind of came out when a lot of these new grads were still in college, if you can believe. So they have a different kind of perspective on AI. We've seen the numbers that a lot of them are already kind of using it, whether that's in school for research or in their job already. So they are kind of have a better approach to AI maybe than some older generations. So they're just going to have to kind of use other skills and don't compete with AI. Use it to help.
Sorry, somehow, my bad. Did y'all hear that?
That was the AI warning saying, "Hey, I'm coming for your job."
Sorry.
What are some of those jobs that are
That was my wife, by the way. It's all good. It's all good.
On the safer side, right?
Yes.
So looking more, I think more hands-on work, more of the
the physical skills, the ones that involve human touch are really, according to this study, the safest. So phlebotomist was the number one job. They take our blood, right? I don't think AI, hopefully, will do that anytime soon. Nursing assistants, embalmers, massage therapists, really anything that...
Are there a lot of people going into the embalming?
There may be now.
I never thought about that.
What about massage chairs, right?
Oh,
I don't think anything beats
Isn't touch. You're right.
when it comes to a massage.
A lot of trades. I got a guy that lives in my neighborhood who
Yeah.
owns an HVAC company, and he can't get anyone under the age of like 30 to take a job in that industry. And the need, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
They're about to change out the way HVAC systems at our homes and apartments, the way that they're going to be run over the next couple years, and they're going to have a huge need. You can't replace that with AI.
I'm kind of curious, guys. What do you think? Do you think that those trade skills, like maybe you do HVAC or you're a mechanic, do you think that those jobs are going to have even higher salaries now? Because as we get to more AI, people are going to say, okay, I can sit in a chair, put a prompt in, I can do my job there in AC or heat, and when it's cold, I don't want to get my hands dirty. Do you think those jobs are going to become even more valuable as people are like, okay, I don't want to do that job. So finding skilled tradespeople, that's going to be a highly sought after career. Do you think that's going to be something we see in the future?
Yeah, it's all going to be about demand, really.
Mm-hmm.
And if more people end up going into the trades because of that, it's only going to increase the competition.
It's good. The service will end up costing more, unfortunately, too, because now, let's say someone that's a plumber or a trade, whatever the trade is, let's say you're making 20, 25 an hour, whatever it is. If you had 10 people on your crew, now you only got 5 because no one wants to do it.
Right.
And those 5 are going, hey, I want $30. I mean, you know how it is. Anytime you have to pay more for payroll, you're going to have to charge more for whatever the fee is. But no, I mean, I look at my kids that are Gen Z, and most of them do not want to do like dirty they want to work hard. Right. They don't want to do dirty kind of labor stuff.
Manual labor.
Yeah, manual labor type stuff. No. So.
But Taylor, how many times though have we talked about like, oh, this is the next wave in business in change in X, Y, and Z? Not just with your reporting of the past several years, but let's just say over the past decade, right?
Do you mean in terms of just shifts?
Just massive shifts that we've seen.
I mean, a lot of it is uncertain, which I think AI kind of adds a whole nother layer to that. Again, just on the point of how new this is. I mean, remember ChatGPT came out 3 years ago, and it was a big deal. And now we're already talking about how it's impacting jobs and layoffs and entry-level positions. So, we're kind of in uncharted territory.
It was how many years ago? I feel like it was like last summer when we started talking about the drive-thrus being AI. And now you see all these now fast food restaurants where you're not even talking to a human until you get your food handed to you. McDonald's has like the order kiosk now. So those jobs, you've already seen them slash. So that's the beginning. Where does it end? Who knows? But we have something a lot more positive, I think, to talk about. Another thing that Taylor brings to us, because she brings us so many amazing stories, we're going to talk about on the other side of the break, and I'll give you a tease. It involves Grandma and Grandpa playing video games. What? Morning Edition. Going to be right back. As promised, we're back with more Morning Edition. Taylor Young, our chief business correspondent, still here to talk about another story that she brought to us today. As I said, Grandma, Grandpa, video games. Taylor, what's going on with gaming and older people?
Guys, I love this story. So not only are we just seeing a massive increase in people picking up the controller, but a large majority of the fastest growing demographic of the people now gaming is people above the age of 50 years old. And I said that this morning, and it still rings true. The next time you get no-scoped on Call of Duty, it might not be the unemployed 12-year-old. It might be Grandma.
No, okay. Can you break that down? Because you said no-scope. I can
Is that
see
like scope and a rifle and a gun?
Yeah.
What's no scope?
Yeah.
I'm trying to make connections.
You are not looking down the scope. You pretty much have to be a very good player in order to just walk around a video game and no scope people.
All right.
Yeah, it's a highly skilled.
Clearly.
Yes.
All right.
So with the older generations playing this, it's not just like the Call of Duty that you may think, or Super Mario Kart, but I feel like I've seen so many. My Nana before she passed, my wife's Nana before. They play like these games on their phone, like Candy Crush, and they're in there and they're sending you friend requests, words of that's included. But you see grandmas and grandpas on there, and they are addicted to it.
They are. Yeah. So I think when a lot of people first think video games, they're just thinking of their Call of Duties, their Fortnites, their zombies, which is a favorite. But yeah, I mean, cell phone and video game apps, I mean, they're huge now. This is all a part of this. I mean, Candy Crush is the first one that comes to my mind. A lot of, the older Americans, they kind of picked up these habits during the pandemic or maybe a little bit before. And they love it. And there's just so many more options nowadays with Wordle or, games that can also not only just give them entertainment, but kind of sharpen their mind and kind of give them something to do that they can get benefits from.
Does anybody else here game? I know, Savannah, you play, which is one of the craziest games in the world, which is like Wordle, but it's like the country. Have you guys heard of the game that Savannah plays, by the way?
No.
Savannah, tell everybody the
crazy for this website, Worldle, right? Where it's like
it sounds
like
geography. Yeah.
Okay, now I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, that I do those games for just like a daily, just a mental stimulation kind of thing, and then I love it when things track my stats too. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm physically getting a little bit smarter here. And so I mean, yeah, I can absolutely appreciate why that appeals to an older generation, but not to mention too, like you keep saying grandma and grandpa, Julian, here, but like when you just think about who grew up going to the arcade,
Yeah.
you know,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you can connect online. You can play now. It's not like you're just playing the computer. You can
yeah.
have a grandparent playing their grandkid on the other side of the world, other side of the country, and be able to talk to each other on a headset.
Yeah.
Like that's a cool way to connect.
And that's
So,
a big part of this.
Yeah.
You know, there was a stat that was like 86% of parents who play any sort of video game today, they're playing with their children. So this is, again, not just an entertainment thing. It's a connectivity. It's to sharpen the brain.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of benefits for it.
Okay, real quick before we wrap up, Taylor, give somebody a game that they can play that's not too hard, easy learning curve. Jason said how his daughter's trying to teach him how to play Rocket League this morning show. Didn't work out. It's an easy game.
Fortnite, a try.
Fortnite.
Yeah, they have different
Yeah?
kind of game modes, and if you like the fast pace, you can play ballistic.
though. I just need easy.
Easy
Well,
one.
maybe
Because he can't
Sudoku
crush
on
her.
your phone might be a good.
Oh, now we're talking. Okay, that sounds good.
All right, well, if you're speaking of things to download on your phone, we're not streaming on your phone yet, but don't forget to download the Queen City News Plus app. You can watch Morning Edition there and on YouTube. And also, you can watch us on the regular old BoobTube, Monday through Friday, 4 to 10 a.m. This is going to do it for Morning Edition. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
bye.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.